What's up, everybody? Josh here with TerrierOwner.com. Welcome back to the Terrier Owner YouTube channel. Today we've got Luna out and about to make a quick video for you guys. And today's video, guys, is all about what you can expect with a female Jack Russell Terrier that is not fixed. Their heat cycles, what you need to do to prepare, how it works, and basically just, what you can expect overall. Guys, Terrier Owner YouTube channel is specifically designed for new Terrier owners, specifically Jack Russell Terrier owners. If this is you and you need this helpful content to help you through the process of training, raising, and building a bond with your new dog, be sure to subscribe to that channel down below so that you can watch all of our new content every Tuesday and Thursday when it comes out. For now, guys, let's go ahead and start diving into these heat cycles with these female Jack Russells and everything you can do to be ready for it. Luna, say hi to everybody. So we're glad you're back on the channel today. Man, she's excited today. Let's see if I can get her off me so I can actually get some decent footage here. All right, guys, I want to start diving into these heat cycles with these female Jack Russells. What you can expect with it, what you need to do, and how you can prepare. So the first question that typically comes up that everybody wants to know about is how long does this heat cycle last with one of these female Jack Russell Terriers? And the best answer for the way that you're asking it is roughly 20 days, 21 days. That's the heat cycle that you're going to be worried about, which is the one where they display physical symptoms of being in heat, where you might have, a little bit of discharge or blood present. But the more scientific answer to the question is they are technically in that heat cycle all year long. It goes through 4 total phases. So the first phase, it lasts about 7 to 10 days when it begins, which is the heat cycle that we're concerned with. Same thing with the second phase, which lasts another 8 to 10 days, which gives you that about 21 day range-ish. It could vary depending on each individual dog. But after that is over, you still have phase 3 and 4. Phase 3 is about another 60 days, and phase 4 can last up to 100 days. So if you have not gotten your female Jack Russell fixed, they're technically in this never-ending cycle 365 days a year. But as far as that cycle that you're concerned about, which any dog owner with a female dog that's not fixed would be concerned about, so it's understandable, you're looking at that 20-day range, which something to keep in mind is that's going to happen twice per year usually. So even once you get through the first one, you're looking at another heat cycle that is going to physically impact them more a second time in the same year. Right, Luna? Is that how it works? Maybe you should be the one talking for this video, huh? I think you could probably explain it a little bit better. I think you know what's up. You don't? Okay. Okay, guys, so the next question that I see pretty frequently about these heat cycles is when do they begin? Is this immediate after you adopt them, or does it take a while to kick in? And it happens pretty quick. Same thing happened for me in the beginning. These heat cycles will begin when they're between the ages of 6 and 9 months old. So if you adopt them at 8 weeks, just doing the math, you're at roughly that 2-month mark. And 8 weeks is a pretty common age to adopt. Don't even know what that word is. To adopt a Jack Russell Terrier. So you've got a few months before it starts, and then it's going to kick in. You just trying to show off, or what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm telling you, man, these dogs are pretty awesome. Get off the camera. Okay, guys, next question I want to cover is what can you expect with the bleeding? Luna, would you like to chime in on this one? Yeah, I didn't think you would. All right, guys, so I'm not a vet, so I'm gonna tell you what you can expect based on what I went through for her heat cycles, and she is still not fixed now. I just haven't had a reason that I need to get her fixed yet, so I haven't. But when she had her first, and she's had several of them now, it wasn't really noticeable at first, but then it did become noticeable. And as far as, discussing the gross part of it, like the bleeding or any kind of discharge like that from the dog itself, I noticed because it would be where she would sleep on her dog bed in her kennel. And she's got a spot where she always lays on the back porch when she's just like sunbathing and hanging out. And that's when I noticed it. So, you know, I don't really know from their behavior when they're going to enter that cycle, but that is how I realized that she was in it, which got me inquiring more about the topic, obviously. But that's what you can expect. There probably is going to be some kind of discharge like that. So you are going to want to protect your, you know, furnishings. You wouldn't want them, I mean, look at this couch right here. I mean, it's like a cream white color. Not a good idea for them to just be lounging on a couch like that when they're in that cycle. But you're also limited on what you can do. So if you're not going to get them fixed, I mean, if they're allowed to roam the house, besides putting a diaper on them, I mean, what are you going to do? You got to prepare a little bit, try and keep them off of, you know, the furniture or carpet that you don't want that on. I'm trying to be, this is like a, even though it's a dog, it's like weird for me to talk about. I don't really know why, but what I did, so we have a gate that is in a back room of ours, which is on hardwood floors. Obviously, it's still gross if it's on a hardwood floor, but it's also one Swiffer pad away from being cleaned up. So unfortunately for that 21 days, she didn't have as much freedom as she would have throughout the other times of the year. Did you, Luna? She's literally just staying like this because she wants to. I'm not holding on to her at all. She's just being kind of funky today. But that is one solution. Get a dog gate that's tall enough for them not to jump over, and keep them in a different area of the house where you can control where a mess would potentially happen. Is that a good way to word that? Okay, guys, the next and the last thing to talk about when it comes to the heat cycles with these guys is, can you expect anything different with their behavior? Do you get a little bit moody? Yeah, maybe. Can you expect anything different with their behavior while they're on this heat cycle? And the answer is yes and no. If I wouldn't have known that she was on the heat cycle, it would have been very hard for me to distinguish a behavior difference. But once I realized she was on it, it's almost like I was more aware to look or understand, you know, what she was going through, and I can notice it. So the things that I noticed were, A, she was a little bit more nippy towards the big yellow lab that I have. She didn't attack him by any means, but she didn't want to play in the same fashion. So when he would come up and do their typical thing where they wrestle around, she got more just kind of chompy at him, but not in a way that it would have hurt him. But you could tell that she was irritable, and she was a lot lazier. So, I mean, it makes sense. They're going through something physically. She was more exhausted. She wanted to lounge and be calm compared to her hyper behavior, which she might not be displaying right now that she's a super hyper dog, but that is what I noticed. Is this what you're going to notice? Probably not, and I'll look like an idiot. Every dog's going to be different on how they handle it. Every dog is socialized differently, so you might have a dog that's just irritable already, or you might have a dog that's super calm already, so it's going to be way harder to notice. But that is what I noticed. She's typically very outgoing, hyper, running around, nagging the other dog, that kind of behavior. It just changed a little bit for that 21 days, and then she's back to herself now, even though she's, I don't know what you're doing today, man. You're just kind of being funky. Do you want something? Do you need something from me? Just tell me. What is it? A belly rub? Okay, we can do that. Okay, guys, and then the last thing to touch on before sending you on your way is the obvious answer to how do you fix this? Well, no pun intended, you get them fixed. That fixes that heat cycle. They don't do it in the same fashion after they're fixed. If you never want to breed them, or you don't have any problem with fixing a dog, go for it right away. Not a big deal. You won't have to mess with it. Or you just keep precautions in place and kind of time out when it's going to happen so you're aware. And then still, no big deal. Those are really your only two solutions. There is no, you know, prescription you can give them to stop it from happening. So prepare yourself if you're going to not get them fixed, or get them fixed. Keep them off nice furnishings. Man, I cannot speak today. having issues. And carpet and things like that when it's going through. Have some compassion for them whenever it's taking place. They, you know, just because they're a dog doesn't mean that they aren't going through something physically. So if they're a little bit calmer, more irritable, understand where they're coming from, you know, tailor it to their needs, and just provide the best care you can for them. Okay guys, as always, Luna and I appreciate you greatly for coming by the channel. I think we're up to like 125 subscribers now, woohoo. We appreciate all of you. We love helping you guys with these videos. If this has been helpful at all for you, give us one of those thumbs up on the video. Leave us some comments down below. We're happy to help you with any questions you have. And subscribe to the channel so that you keep getting notified every Tuesday and Thursday when these videos come out. And never forget to visit terrierowner.com. That's TERRIER owner.com for other helpful blogs and resources on these topics. I will link my blog post in the description below about this specific topic for you in case you feel like reading more about it. Otherwise, we will see you in the next video. Thank you for stopping by. Stay safe, take care, and we will see you soon. Say bye, Luna. Or don't. Can you wave? Bye, guys. I'm gonna eat his hand.